So you're ready to buy a commercial property. So let's walk through the process. Number one, you're going to come to us with a pre-approval. Whether that is a pre-approval from your local bank, that is a pre-approval that is from a hard money lender, and or any vehicle, you can bring cash. We will not take it at closing table, but cash essentially means you have the liquidity in your bank to close on the transaction. So once you've done that, you're going to sit down and talk to us for about an hour. That sounds like a long time, right? No. Speaking to us for that amount of time is going to have us answer a bunch of different questions. What are you trying to buy? Where are you trying to buy it? What you've bought before, what your experience was before, and how we can make sure this process makes sense for you. Depending on your schedule, you may not have time to tour a bunch of properties with us. You may only be interested in buying in a very small territory. That conversation is going to give us all the information we need to really understand you as an investor and understand how we're going to navigate and what the process is going to be of the transaction. Once we've come to that secret sauce of what you're looking to buy and how you're looking to buy it and when, we're going to do the research for you. That's the value. I don't know why more people don't work with brokers. You guys are literally trying to do the work that your broker should do for you. We're going to get out there. We're going to research what's on the market. We're going to research what's off market, maybe our own pocket listings. And we're going to give you an analysis of what is the best opportunity for you. Why do I say what's the best opportunity for you? We've had this conversation. You've talked to us about what you want to buy. You talked to us about what failed in the past. So once we know, hey, I'm going to leave this group of listings off of this table because they should only be looking at properties that make sense for their current buying mechanism. So once we've presented you those properties, we're going to take the time to schedule the tours, organize everything until we find the right one for you. Once we've identified the right asset, let us do the job. Let us do all the due diligence, all the research so that we can present you a package so that you are ready to perform and or present an offer. So when you're ready to present an offer, we're going to ask you a few questions. We're going to ask you what is your bottom line in this transaction, and we're going to ask what we're going to start with. A lot of times we're going to already call the listing broker and or our client if we're representing the property. We're going to have an understanding what the deal strategy should be. In the deal strategy, we'll know whether or not we're going to go in low and hard, or we're going to go in soft and figure out how we're going to navigate the process. So we always want to make sure our buying process for our client is going to be an amicable process, but it's also going to be a process that'll get them to the finish line in the way they want, in the timing that they need to. Once we're in the offering stage, we're going to do the due diligence to make sure that we're communicating every step of the way. We're going to follow up. We're not just going to send an email and hope we get the response we want. We're going to have conversations, right? We're going to have conversations so that people understand what you are trying to do and why you're trying to do it. Sometimes that makes a difference to a seller. Once we've hopefully gotten to contract, we're going to do the work of facilitating getting the vendors you need to do into the property. We're going to facilitate making sure the inspections and things are done, the appraisals, and those other appointments are met so that we can get through your due diligence period. Once it's time to close, we're going to make sure we're going to walk that property one last time for you. We're going to look through everything that we may have missed to make sure that when we get to the closing table, you're getting the asset you were promised. We're going to negotiate at the closing table to make sure you're going to get a credit for whatever it is that might be missing or might be wrong. So that's a little simple overview of the buying process. There are a lot of steps and turns and tricks that we have under our sleeves to make sure you get the best deal. But if you're looking to buy commercial real estate here in New York City, give us a call. Let's talk.